Sir Psycho
Sir
Sexy.
Psycho Sexy,
Yeah.
mentioned this on the forums, and it just happened to. I didn't
Yeah.
see his post, but I actually watched the movie.
Yeah. I've seen this too. So.
American Scream?
Yep.
Oh, awesome. Why don't you tell people what it's about so I can light a cigar and do a shot? If you don't mind.
Okay, yeah, so American Scream is a documentary based on three different families that get really into the Halloween spirit, and it just kind of follows each family and their different like how they celebrate for Halloween. All of them have like at home haunted houses, and it's about how much money and time they spend over the whole year to get these haunted houses up, and how the community really, honestly, all of them, the community really just kind of embraces these people, and it's just really cool to see so much effort put into something
Yeah.
that, and these people, with the exception of the one family, the people were just doing it to do it. The one guy wanted to go like, full year round and start his own haunted
Yeah.
house legitimately. But he was warned that it's going to cost all this money and insurance and this and that, but he still wants to do it. But a really cool idea for a documentary, and it's just one of those weird subject content documentaries that I love personally. That's the kind of documentaries I like. So
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's interesting because I would say the main family they follow is the guy that wants to open his own full-time haunted house.
yeah, that is the main one.
He's so into this all year long, and his family suffers so much for it, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah, it's weird because there's times in the because he's got two kids, right, and a
Yeah.
wife,
yeah,
and like it seems that sometimes like the whole family is all into it and like, oh, let's go, and like they get really excited about it. But then there's later on times in the documentary where like the little girl's like, I don't want to put my outfit on, I don't,
yeah,
just kind of fighting it but not really fighting it. It is a emotional toll on the family.
yeah. The wife looks like she wants to fucking kill herself.
Yeah,
She's like, yeah,
borderline addiction for him, you know what I mean? Like he's addicted to this. This is what he
Yeah,
wants to do, and he sucks his whole family into his addiction.
that,
But it
yeah,
doesn't-
yeah.
Yeah, it's just an interesting. That one specifically is the most interesting dynamic.
And fuck, what was I gonna say? The wife. Oh, and she'll say stuff like, "Well, I wanted a bigger house. I wanted to do this with my life, but it didn't work out that way."
Because
but-
he does everything, and this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, like because he runs their life, and he runs a certain way, so he can do this.
Right.
So, I don't. It's interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah, I did enjoy the older man and his
Oh, that
son.
was fucking comedic gold.
That there are so many. I mean, these guys were you would probably agree. These guys were like the low rent version of the other two.
Yeah.
It's just like an older gentleman that's, I don't know, how old is the dad?
I would say the son's probably late 30s, maybe 40.
Dad's in his 70s.
Yeah.
Early 70s.
Yeah, listeners, this is one of the three families you follow build a haunted house.
Yeah, and you just see they just like kind of bicker and yell at each other, and like certain things go wrong, and it's such like, Bush League on that.
It's fucking Dumb and Dumber. It's like,
Yeah.
Dad, I told you, put the trash bag over here, Dad.
But
And the fucking father can barely walk.
Yeah, but in a weird way, it's just kind of endearing and sweet, and like just.
Oh, they're best friends.
That's just how they spend their time together. It's just it's just really cool. And then that other, it's like the longtime family friend that the younger boy is like in love with probably, but they don't ever discuss that on the document. Yeah.
Oh, she's like, I would love to, date him someday. And he's like, I'm thinking, dickface, you're fat, ugly, and dumb. You're lucky if any chick wants to fucking marry you. And he's like, I wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole. She's like my sister.
I know.
Like, dude, what are you fucking?
This is your one shot, buddy. This is
That's what I was
one
thinking.
shot.
And she's cute.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember much of the other guy. I want to say he was more of a kind of an old country boy that.
He was very casual with it all.
He had the grandest, like actual focal pieces that were like on his haunt.
Yeah.
Like he had these huge like demons with like flames and was building these great like I mean they appeared to be like full on like high end
Yeah.
haunted house pieces that he was making.
Yeah, the third, who we're talking about now, he was the least most featured, I would say, in the documentary.
Yeah.
But this is on Netflix Instant. It's for free, if you know, whatever. If you have Netflix, it's called The American Scream. If you like Halloween, I love documentaries. It's really fun, man. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun one you can watch. You can actually watch it with the whole family. You can watch
Yep.
it with the wife. You can watch it with everybody because it's just an interesting seasonal documentary, I guess.
Yeah, I
you could
watched
say.
it with Minnie Butch.
Yeah, it's just cool. It's a really cool flick.
The American Scream.